The war had been raging for 3 cycles when Jason's scout ship intercepted the escape pod drifting through the Kepler Nebula. His scanners identified it immediately, Xathrian design, royal insignia emblazoned across its sleek obsidian hull. Pirates would have ignored it. Scavengers would have stripped it for parts. But Jason had been a medic before the war turned everyone into soldiers, and distress signals still meant something to him. He brought the pod into his cargo bay with the magnetic grapples, weapon drawn, expecting anything. What he found was royalty. Princess Emizal of the Xathrian Empire sat with her back against the pod's interior wall, her crystalline skin shimmering with the bioluminescent patterns that marked her bloodline. 3 of her 4 arms hung limp, broken in the crash. Her face, humanoid enough to be unsettling, alien enough to be beautiful, remained eerily calm as Jason's rifle trained on her chest. "Human," she said in perfect English, her voice like wind chimes in a storm. "You've captured me. Protocol demands you finish me. Do it quickly." Jason lowered his weapon an inch. "I'm not going to kill you." Her opalescent eyes widened, the first genuine emotion she'd shown. "Then you're a fool. When my people find you harboring their princess, they'll flay the skin from your bones and broadcast your screams across 1,000 worlds. They'll have to find us first." Jason holstered his rifle and approached with his medkit. "I'm going to set those arms. Don't try anything." "What?" The question burst from her like she couldn't contain it. "We've killed millions of your kind. I've ordered strikes on your colonies myself. I am your enemy." Jason met her gaze as he gently examined her injuries. "Maybe, but you're also someone who needs help, and I took an oath once. First, do no harm." Funny how that sticks with you even when the universe goes to hell. Over the following weeks, as Jason's ship drifted through uncharted space, avoiding both human and Xathrian patrols, Emma learned what it meant to be treated as a person rather than a princess. Jason cooked meals from his dwindling rations and split them evenly. He taught her to play chess on a magnetic board, laughing when her strategic mind, honed for interstellar warfare, struggled with the game's abstract rules. He asked her questions about her homeworld, genuinely curious about the bioluminescent forests and crystal cities she described, as she'd never experienced curiosity without agenda before. "Why did you become a medic?" she asked one evening as they shared synthesized coffee in the ship's cramped galley. Jason stared into his cup. "My sister. She got sick when we were kids. The colony we lived on didn't have adequate medical facilities. She died waiting for a transport to the nearest hospital." He looked up at Emma. "I decided then that I'd never let someone die because help didn't come fast enough. Even enemies. Even enemies." Emma's bioluminescent patterns flickered, an Xathrian blush. "You're insane by any reasonable standard. You know that, correct?" "Been told that before." Jason grinned. "Usually right before someone tries to kill me." But Emma didn't try to kill him. Instead, she found herself anticipating their conversations, the way his laughter filled the silence of deep space, how his hands, so gentle when he'd set her broken arms, moved with practiced efficiency around the ship. She began teaching him Xathrian meditation techniques to help with his stress. He taught her Earth songs from before the war, his voice rough but sincere. The shift happened gradually, then all at once. A proximity alarm woke them one night. Xathrian warships had detected the ship's signature. Emma could have signaled them, could have called for rescue. Jason's hand hovered over the escape pod controls, ready to jettison her to safety even if it meant his capture. Their eyes met across the cockpit. "Don't," Emma said quietly. "I'm not leaving. They're your people. You're my—" She stopped, her patterns flashing in complex sequences. In Xathrian culture, such patterns were reserved for bonded pairs, for connections deeper than words. "I choose you, Jason. However insane that makes me." Jason initiated an emergency jump, and they vanished into hyperspace just as the warships opened fire. They became ghosts then, 2 souls from warring species living in the spaces between civilizations. Emma used her royal codes to access hidden supply caches. Jason traded medical services to neutral outposts for fuel and information. They survived together in a universe that wanted them dead or separated. 6 months after their first meeting, Jason found Emma standing in the observation deck, her patterns swirling in melancholic beauty as she watched the stars. "Do you regret it?" he asked. "Giving up your throne, your people?" Emma turned to him, all four arms now healed and strong. She reached out, taking his hands in two of hers while the other two gestured in the HFY sign for eternal bonding. I gave up being a princess. I became something better. I became free. I became yours if you'll have me. Jason pulled her close, marveling at how perfectly they fit despite being from different worlds. Only if you'll be mine too. Deal, human. They kissed as civilizations burned and empires fell, two impossible souls who'd found in each other what the universe had tried to destroy: hope, compassion, and the stubborn human belief that mercy could be stronger than war. The galaxy would eventually learn why humanity couldn't be defeated. Not because they were the strongest or the smartest, but because they could look at their enemies and still see people worth saving. And sometimes, if you were very lucky, those enemies became the ones you loved most.